Greetings, Internet, and welcome to Aaron Plays, and I hope you're doing fantastically well. This will be episode 6 of my playthrough of Battle Hymn, Mission 1, Boomerang. And yeah, a little bit of a correction needs to be made. Well, it's not a correction, I can't go back onto previous episodes, but a rules correction regarding these darn palm trees. All right, so the basic rule is now let's bring an enemy onto the board. Right, here he is. All right, so we're at the same level here. Can be seen, so we'll see from Soldier Bravo, or Mr. Baldwin in this case. Can see him there, can see him there, can see him there, and that's the maximum he can be seen. So if he's here, cannot be seen by Mr. Baldwin. But in that hex, yes. That's quite straightforward. It's when they go up a bloody tree. That's when we're having the problem. So let's get a tree marker out. Can we see any palm tree? There we go, treetop. Right. Now, sitting on a treetop, about a lob of coconut. There, this is where I was treating that he could be seen because it mentions that obviously you could see into that hex there. But, and this is the big but, guy called Joseph Grown, mentioned to me that, well, he is actually in a different hex at level 2, or the level above where he's on this. And with that in mind, I can see him if I'm in his hex, and I can see him if I'm adjacent to his hex. But I can't see him from here onwards. Now, I've been treating that he could. So, I've reread, and I've reread that rule. And I think, yes, he's actually correct. Similarly, if he was sitting here in that hex, not even on a treetop, he can only be seen because on a now he's being on top of the treetop there is the same as being there. That's what it's basically saying. And if he's there on a different elevation, I can't see him unless I'm adjacent or in the hex. So apologies for that if anyone's been screaming at the channel saying, yeah, got that wrong. But there we go. So moving forward, I'll be introducing that. And I've now got my head around it. Now, the other thing is the rules are silent. Well, they're not really silent. They're implied rather than specific. That when a Japanese soldier in a treetop falls prone, it doesn't say what actually he falls prone by being wounded, panicked. The soldier goes prone. Now, in the rules, it says that a Japanese soldier cannot go prone or stand up. But it doesn't say what happens when they're wounded, other than they can't be prone. So if they can't be prone, one interpretation is they fall out the tree. But it doesn't say they fall out the tree. So I was giving it, but it does mention if they become wounded or incapacitated or killed, there's a 50% chance they'll drop their weapon or weapons. So I use that as that's also an implication that something is dropped. So I use that. I gave them a 50% chance if they're wounded that they stay in because they're wounded, they automatically go prone, that they stay in the tree. Another comment was that no, they fall prone. Prone's not allowed in the tree. They fall out the tree. So I think I will go with that from now on. I'm not going to give them. I try to minimize the amount of house rules I use in game. I might use a lot of sort of like ad lib stuff and bring it in at the spur of the moment if it fits the narrative, but I don't really want to bring a overall house rule. So unless someone else makes a comment saying no, I'm going to go with that. So thank you to both comments and much appreciated. And again, any comments, you guys, I will respond. I'll have a think about it because at the end of the day, I want to entertain you and I want to entertain me. So I think that's the only sort of thing I want to mention at this point, other than that we are in operations. So let's delete that and delete the tree. There are 4 Japanese soldiers that have been taken out, and I've lost Gomez. By Gomez. So, and yeah, so as I say, we're in operations. So I'm going to bring operations up here. Would help if I could spell operations, wouldn't it? Operations. And so that's just as a reminder to myself. So, yeah, I'm going to go back on my carry on my plan, which is definitely scour all these palm trees out. So because we found, well, all right, he wasn't in a palm tree, but you know he's defending that area of the board. So I'm going to clear out because this is a recon mission. I need 8 victory points. I'm currently on. I've gained 4, but unfortunately Gomez has cost me 2. So I'm only on 2 victory points up. I need still 6. So let's go and find these sneaky little Japanese dudes. And with that in operations, I'm going to go back through these hexes here and bring the Bravo team back up to the Alpha team. So with that, we're going to have Davis come back down. He's been through that hex, so I'm not going to double check it, but he hasn't been in that hex, which is D14, I think. Yeah. D14. So say this is a recon. You're having a laugh. Oh, it's D9. D9 we've had 9, so that's okay. Phew, I thought that was an 8. Yeah, maybe I need to go to Specsavers. Okay. Hibbert and Baldwin move into there. That's quite okay. And then they move into D15. So that's fortunately they don't quite line up. That's sighting 4. We've had sighting 4. And we'll bring Davis back with them. Okay, then we'll go into F 13, 14, 15, F 16. No, it can't be F 16 because there's F 15. So that must be E 16. Sighting 5, we've had sighting 5. I'll spread them out a little bit again. F 15 for Davies. That's sighting 9. We've had sighting 9. Okay. F 16 for Hibbert and Baldwin. Sighting 5. Okay, I think these are pretty much all we've had. G17 for Hibbert. Sighting 5 again. Yeah, we've had that. Notice there's still no events. Baldwin catches up. G16 for Davis. Sighting 9. We've had sighting 9, so we can ignore all references to it. H16 for Davis. Going up the slope there. Again, sighting 9. Baldwin and Hibbert, H17. Sighting 5. Nope. Davis into I-17. Sighting 9. We've had that. Then we turn to I-18. That's sighting 3, which we've also had. Okay, so that brings my team back together there. So let's bring Clark to H18. We know it's clear into there, and Right, that gets my two teams back together. Okay, I'm quite comfortable that there's no Japanese in from hex row A through to hex row I in those palm trees. So we now move forward. And we're going to send Flores. Yeah, send the Spanish dude. I heard Gomez has been bought the bullet. That's it. Send the Spanish dude forward. I-19. Yeah, probably the worst accent you probably ever heard. But yeah, so that's J-19. Against sighting 3, which we've already had. Okay. We will bring forward. Oh, get Evans to crouch. They all move in there. Okay, and then we'll move a lot of them into K19 together. That's maybe not a good idea. That's still sighting 9, which we've had. So yeah, I've had 3, 4, 5, and 9 sighting wise. But we're still on condition 1. There's been no escalation. So let the team move in J18. Still on S3. Okay, so we're going into some open ground. The intention now is to move the Alpha team through the jungle here, and the Delta team, the Bravo team, start to move through these boulders. Trying not to go onto the third elevation here. Okay, so who shall we send out first? Who's got the best perception? Aaron's got perception of 4. Flores 3. Alert! The squad leader, but you don't send the squad leader out to scout. And who's the other one? Clark. He's got perception of 5. Okay. L19. None. M19. None. Okay. All those guys. Yeah. Into L19. Okay. First jungle. N19. None. Then we got to M19. Okay. O19. Right. We have our first paragraph, and it doesn't have a sighting number on it. So that's 558. Maybe I should just double check that with the other glasses. My reading glasses, not my computer glasses. 558. Okay. So we have a paragraph reference. 558. Get the paragraph. 558. Conduct a PC check at -1. Okay. So his perception is, as I said, 5. So that becomes a 4. First die roll, get the dice out. Okay. So that's perception of 4. And he rolls a 1. Okay. So success C 5, 6, 9. Let's put that in there. Why do I put this on here? So if you guys are following, you know where I am. 5, 6, 9. And also, just in case a phone call comes in or I get distracted, I know where I should have. 5, 6, 9. Right. Ooh. Ooh. Your soldier sees a tiger trap in this hex and avoids falling in. Place a tiger trap marker in the hex to mark its location for the other members of your squad. Well done, Mr. Clark. And then the most important part, which I really like, gain 1 victory point. Ah, little trials and tribulations that bring success. Right, okay, so where do we find the tiger trap? I presume these are in alpha order. They are. That looks particularly nasty, doesn't it? Right, now, I gain a VP. So I'm now on 3, effectively. Okay. That means the rest of them won't have to worry about that. So they avoid it. He goes, "Oi, don't go in there." And they move there. Right, I think it's time to move the other guys up. Bravo team. We know that hex is clear. We know that hex is clear. We know that hex is clear. But they, as I say, they're going to go through these boulders. So who's the best of those three's perception? That's a good question. Bolden perception 6, Davis perception 3, Hibbert perception 1. Okay, well, Hibbert, I mean, he would stumble over his own toes. Davis, however, is armed with the automatic, the Brownie. So I think it's the assistant squad leader, Baldwin, who's got to make the brave move. And he goes into N18. Leading by example. Okay, that says none. He then goes into, let's go there, N17. There's none. Okay, so remember his team go into N18. Right, he then goes over to here, which is O17. None. His team follow behind. Did we go into O18? Don't think we did. Okay, well, we'll go into F. Sorry, P17. F. P17. All right, so that says 518. Is that the same paragraph? No, it's not. 518. 518. Boom. Oh dear. Right, what's that? 518. All right. He conducts a PC check. Right, 5. Oh, right. Right, so I said his perception is 6. He rolls a 2. Success. See 533. 533. Changing glasses again. Okay, fine. Your soldier sees a tripwire and grenade in this hex and successfully defuses it. Well done, Baldwin. Gain a VP. Okay. So this is what I've got to do. I've got to sneak around and send the better perception guys forward. Unfortunately, those are the best, aren't they? That's the way it's going to be. But that takes me to 6 victory points. Or +4 in total. Okay, so that was a booby train. These cheeky little shits, aren't they? Okay. Let's move into O18 with these two guys. We haven't been into that hex, so I'm taking a bit of a risk there, but it can't be in every hex, surely. So that's Oh, 15, 16, 17, oh, 18. That's a none. Okay. Right, we'll leave them there for the moment. We can move forward. Clark, who goes into P19. None. These three then follow up so they can avoid that trap. We can see it clearly marked. Okay. And then Clark moves into Q19. None. And his three mates follow. Then Clark moves into R19. None. And they follow. Okay. Baldwin into P18. None. Q18. None. Q17. None. These two guys come and join him. Q16. None. P16. I'm not sure if I've been in that one, so I better just double check. None. Okay. So R15. None. R16. Oh, I think that's something. 518. That's that. Another bloody grenade, isn't it? R16. 518. Conduct a PC check. Again, Baldwin's perception is 6. He rolls a 1. 533. I think he just found another booby trap. Your soldier sees a tripwire and grenade in this hex and successfully defuses it. Gain another VP. Okay, that's interesting. So there was 2 of those. Well done, Baldwin. As I said, don't have this event again. So, okay, fair enough. I mean, I suppose with the perception of 6, that's a 70% chance he'll find that. But if he doesn't, Baldwin go boom. We don't want Baldwin to go boom. But that's the nature of the beast, isn't it? I definitely wouldn't have Hibbert doing this anymore. Okay. R17. Again, notice there's no events. That's a none. S17. I'm just going to have to clear out this none. S16. I'm keeping him within 2 hexes of his other team members as he checks out. Because obviously, if we occupy this with other forces, we don't want to have tripwires and such for all over the place. He's got to do this. This is the job that unfortunately he's got to do. S15. Okay, they're all clear. His teammates move up forward with him. All right, I think that will be them done for the time being, whilst we now move the guys down here in S19. 5, 5, 8. I'm sure that's another one. Is that another bloody one of these traps? 558. These numbers sound very familiar. 558. Conduct a PC check. Okay. So Clark's perception's a 5. He rolls an 8. Oh shit. 558. Failure. C588. 588. 588. Okay. Tiger trap. Conduct the tiger trap procedure. There's a tiger trap procedure? Okay. Let's see what it is. Okay, the tiger trap procedure. So it says a tiger trap is a hole some 4 to 6 feet deep, filled with sharpened vertical stakes. Nasty. If a soldier is instructed to conduct the tiger trap procedure, which we have with Clark, that soldier and every soldier in the hex conducts an immediate PC check. Well, he's the only one in the hex. Those that pass the check are unaffected. Those that fail are immediately incapacitated, not wounded, on the stakes below. Place a tiger trap marker in the hex. Tiger traps remain on the map for the duration of the mission. Any soldier entering a tiger trap hex after it's been revealed does not conduct a PC check and risks falling into the trap. Hence what happened on that previous one. Okay, so perception of 5. And rolls a 3. Ooh. Okay, so he reveals it, but I don't gain the VP. So if you pass that first perception check, I'd gain a VP. Okay, so at least he's not incapacitated. I thought I said 8 at first, because I'm using a dice tower, and yeah, it went right up to the top of the tower, to the front of the thing that stops the dice. So I got a bit worried there because I could. Oh no, it was a 3. Right, but no VP. But we know there are probably more out there. Okay. Is it better to send someone with a better perception? 5 is only 60% chance that you'll find it. All right, it was 2 rolls of a 60% chance, which makes it about an 80% chance that he's going to be okay. However, Alan has got perception of 7, so that means he's got an 80% chance. Lead by example, lads. You go forward, and he will then T19. T19. I do know my alphabet. That says none. Okay, bringing the other 2 guys up. T18. None. U19. None. All right, let's bring it without the tiger trap. Go 3 to there. U18. 558. I think that was the 558. PC check. At -1. I missed the -1 last time, but he failed it anyway the first time, and then it was a straight PC check. Okay, just make sure I didn't diddle it. So that's a 7 becomes a 6. Okay, he rolls a 4. So success, go to 569. He rolls a 4. Yeah, his perception drops from a 7 to a 6. Yeah, 569. Okay, 5, 6, 9. Your soldier sees a target trap in this hex and avoids falling in. Place a target trap marker in the hex and mark its location for the other members of your squad. Gain 1 VP. Okay. I read reports that a lot of people are struggling to find VPs in this game, in this particular mission. I presume they didn't go like tippy-toeing like I am through the jungle. Because I'm now on 8 VP. All right, I've lost 2 for Gomez. So if I hadn't lost Gomez, I'm actually at the total I need to win. So I could theoretically exit the board. However, the downside to that is I got exit up here. So yeah, gotta be circumspect, I suppose. Right. He now goes into V18. V18, which is none. Oh, I can't remember I should write these down. U17, U18, U19. Let's put those in there. U19. I'm sure I've been in there, but there you go, none. All right. V19. None. W19. None. Let's move those all up to there. And X19. X marks the spot. None. Okay, I'm going to bring him back. We've successfully scoured that jungle. Picked up 2 out of 3 VP. Had a little bit of scare with Clark, who then decided, with a beating heart, he said, "Sir," I wouldn't say sir, Alan's a sergeant, so, Sarge, can you take over? That scared the living Jesus out of me. Okay, moving on. So that's that group. We've searched most of these boulders. I think I'm going to stop this video here. It's been rambling on for a while. I know not much has happened other than me going sneaky, sneaky, sneak. And I might put that in the description, that not much happens other than me going sneaky, sneaky, sneak. But if you've come with me this far, let's go back to the top and have a little chat. Okay, so I've scoured the bottom part of the map. Still in condition 1, so there's been no escalation. And we're finding lots of little booby traps and such forth. So being as careful as possible. There was a bit of a scare for Mr. Clark there. But I don't want to lose any more of my squad. But it's the nature, isn't it? The whole point of this is a recon mission and moving forward. As I mentioned in the comments that I saw on BGG that a lot of people say, how do you win this scenario? I can't find more than 7 VP. Well, I've found 8 already. So, and I'm still on the bottom part of the map. There's been no further activation this time, but so who knows? Anyway, if you could do the likes, subscriptions, if you really enjoy what I'm doing, and any comments, much appreciated. It's through the comments that it's made me sort of like rethink the rules a little bit on that palm tree, and also the guy falling out of the palm tree. But we're out of the palm trees at the moment. But I could just notice across the road, guess what? More palm trees. So there might be some more Japanese hidden up them. Anyway, until next time, play games, have fun, buy internet,